Matches, sir, matches.
Now I'll try. Now I'll try. विष्णुपारमहंस प्रवक्ताचार्य श्रीमदे जवान के सही सी भक्ति वेदांत जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय बीबी फाउंडर चर्य जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय इस्कॉन फाउंडर चर्य जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय गौर प्रेमानंदे ओ ग्लोरियस शंभुदेव हरे कृष्ण ओ ग्लोरियस करंशी गो रंग
So, Haribol everyone, welcome to the Sunday program. So, we're going to bring back reading Srila Prabhupada book before we start the program proper. The reason is, we're reading a lot about Srila Prabhupada recently, and he's in the early days of ISKCON, and even throughout the time in ISKCON. So, we need to read about Srila Prabhupada's struggle so we appreciate the movement more. So, I've put the bookmark. So if you do from here.
ISKCON was just...
Right, hold on. So everyone can please pay attention.
ISKCON was just beginning to grow. ISKCON was just beginning to grow. Prabhupada... It is. ISKCON was just beginning to grow. Prabhupada wanted to open not just few temples, but at least 108. His world traveling and book printing were just the beginning. Unlike everything else, the summer of the disciples would increase. The prestige of his movement would increase, and with it opposition from the atheists. Krishna consciousness was growing, and Prabhupada was in the forefront. All around I see bright, he said. That is the glory of Krishna. He saw himself as a servant of his spiritual master. The bright future was in Krishna's hands. On the day of Prabhupada's departure from London, he distributed some of his personal effects, such as sweaters and scarves, to his disciples. He then went downstairs alone in the temple to see the deities. He offered fully prostrated obeisances on the floor for a long time and then stood, looking at Radha Krishna. Yamuna. Prabhupada was so Yamuna Mataji said this. Prabhupada was looking at the deities with complete devotion. He loved those deities. He commented about their exquisite beauty and how they complemented each other. How sometimes Radharani looked more beautiful, but how Krishna's moon-like face and eyes were shining. Prabhupada saw me and matter of fact said, "If you practice what I have taught you and follow the instructions of how I have taught you to worship the deity, and if you read the books we have printed, it is sufficient for you to go back to Godhead. You need not learn anything new. Simply practice what I have taught you, and your life will be perfect." Then he just left. After London, Srila Prabhupada returned to America, where he spent some 7 months at his U.S. centers, especially Los Angeles. During the late July in Los Angeles, he revealed his plans for establishing a governing body commission to manage ISKCON. To this end, he dedicated the following on July 28th, 1970. Should I read this? It's the actual. I undersigned, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, disciple of Om Vishnupad Paramahansa 108, Srimad Bhagavad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, Prabhupada, came in the United States, 1965, on September 18th, for the purpose of starting Krishna consciousness movement. For 1 year, I had no shelter. I was traveling in many parts of this country. Then in 1966, July, I incorporated this society under the name and style the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Briefly, ISKCON. Gradually, the society increased, and one after another, branches were open. Now we have got 34 branches enlisted herewith. As we have increased our volume of activities, now I think a governing body commission, hereinafter referred to as the GBC, should be established. I'm getting old, 75 years old. Therefore, at any time I may be out of this scene. Therefore, I think it is necessary to give instruction to my disciples how they shall manage the whole institution. They are already managing individual centers represented by one president, one secretary, and one treasurer. And in my opinion, they are doing nice, but we still want more improvement in the standard of temple management, propaganda for Krishna consciousness, distribution of books and literatures, opening of the new centers, and educating devotees to the right standard. Prabhupada listed the names of the 12 persons who form the GBC, and he noted, "These personalities are now considered my direct representatives. While I am living, they will act as my zonal secretaries, and after my demise, they will be known as executors." The next day, Prabhupada drafted another significant statement, naming several of his disciples as trustees of his Bhaktivedanta Book Trust. The Bhaktivedanta Book Trust account will be used to publish my books and literature to establish temples throughout the world. Specifically, 3 temples are to be established each in Mayapur, Vrindavan, and Jagannath-puri. Although Srila Prabhupada intended the GBC to oversee the activities of ISKCON, he was not creating a monolithic structure. He wrote to Karan Dara, a GBC member, Each disciple must remain independent, self-sufficient. That was my plan from the very beginning. 1. There is bureaucracy. The whole bureaucracy. The whole temple will be spoiled. There must always be individual striving and working and responsibility. Competitive spirit. No, not that one shall dominate and distribute benefits to the others, and they do nothing but beg from you and provide. No, never mind. There may be botheration to register each center, take tax certificate each, become separate corporations in each state. They will train men how to do things responsibly, how to do these things, and they shall develop reliability and responsibility.
You have to tell mix one down. Is it still high? Huh? Is that one high? Check.
Any Goldie version, what do you want to do? Do you like some Goldie? How are you going to sing? What you sing?
I'm trying to find. গৌরাঙ্গ বলিতে হবে
Why don't you, if we read the translation first, so people know what they're singing.
So number one, when will the opportune moment come to us when there will be shivering of the body as soon as we chant the name of Lord Gauranga? While chanting Hare Krishna, when will there be tears in my eyes?
When will I obtain the mercy of Lord Nityanand Chandra? When by His mercy will the desire for material enjoyment become very insignificant?
When the mind is completely purified, being freed from material anxieties and desires, then I shall be able to understand Vrindavan and the conjugal love of Radha and Krishna, and then my spiritual life will be successful.
When shall I be very much eager to study the books left by the 6 Goswamis, headed by Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami? By their instructions, I shall be able to properly understand the loving affairs of Radha and Krishna.
My only aspiration is to attain the lotus feet of the 6 Goswamis, headed by Sri Rupa Goswami and Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. Narottam Das constantly prays to attain the lotus feet.
Jai. Wonderful.
Gauranga bolite have pulaka sharira Hari Hari bolite na Yane bhave lira
Gaurango bolite habe pulaka sharira
Hari Bol
Hari Hari bolite nayane bhavani
Gauranga bolite have pulaka sharira Hari Hari bolite na Yane bhave lira
Gaurango bolite have pulaka sharira Hari Hari bolite na yane bhavani
और कबे लिताय चांदे करुणा होई
और कबे निताय जाने करुणा होइबे
और कबे लिताय चांदे करुणा
और कबे निताय जाने करुणा होइबे
सा তু চহবে
সংসার বাসনা মোরা কবে তো চহবে
বিষয় গৌরাঙ্গ বলিতে হবে পুলক শরীরা হরি হরি বলিতে ইয়ানে বাবেরা
গৌরাঙ্গ বলিতে হবে পুলক শরীরা হরি হরি বলিতে না ইয়ানে বাবেনি
বিষয় চারিয়া কবে শুদ্ধ হবে মন
বিষয় চরিয়া কবে শুদ্ধ হবে মন
কবে আমার হে রব শ্রী বৃন্দাবন
কবে হম হেরব শ্রী বৃন্দাবন
রূপর গুণাত পদে হইবে আকুতি
রূপর গুণাত পদে হইবে আকুতি
তবে আমার বুঝাব যুগল পেরে
কবে হম বোঝাব সে যুগল প্রীতি
গৌরাঙ্গ বলিতে হবে পুলক শরীরা
গৌরাঙ্গ বলিতে হবে পুলক শরীরা
হরে হরি বলিতে নয়নে বাবেরা
হরি হরি বলিতে নয়নে বাবেনি
রূপর গুণত পভে রহু মোর আশা রূপর
রঘুনাথ পদে রঘু মোর আশা।
প্রাণ প্রার্থনা করো সদা নরোত্তম দাস
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 গৌরাঙ্গ বলিতে হবে পুলক শরীরা
গৌরাঙ্গ বলিতে হবে পুলক শরীরা
হরি হরি বলিতে না জানে বাবে
হরি হরি বলিতে না ইয়নে ববে নীরা
হরি হরি বলিতে না জানে বাবে
হরি হরি বলিতে না ইয়নে ববে নীরা
হরে কৃষ্ণ হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
ও হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
ও হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Ram 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 Hare
Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Oh Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hare Vishnu Priya Pranadana Hariya Bihari
Jai Sachinandana Gaura Hare Vishnu Priya Pranadana Nadiya Bihari
Jaya Nita Chan Jaya Nita Chan Jaya Nita Chan Jaya Eka Chakradam
Ajan Jai Nita Jan Dika Chakradam
Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada
Jai Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada
Jaya Gurudev Jaya Gurudev Jaya Gurudev Jaya Gurudev
Jai Gurudev Jai Gurudev Jai Gurudev Jai
Gita
Gurudev
Gora Haribo 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 Gora Haribo Gita Gora Haribo 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 Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shri Gora Pramanande Hare
So 3:30, isn't it, class? Yeah. Have you sung? No. I'll just combine it. So please raise your hands. Bolo Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Ram Ram. Hare Hare. So warm welcome on a cold day. So I hope you had a good Christmas break. And we all did. I don't know whether you were able to have family dinners and stuff like that. We ate too much. So going on a diet. So welcome Nan Mandriji. Haribol. Welcome. So today we got a speaker from all the way from Walsall. Yes, we had to show his passport before he entered Coventry. And so Ajay Gora Rai Das. So it'll be from Chaitanya Charitamrita Antalila 8:32. So looking forward to that. Also on Wednesday evening is New Year's Eve. So we'll have a gathering from 9 o'clock till midnight. We'll welcome the new year in. And people start to say, well, our new year is Diwali time. Others say it's Go Purnima. Every day is a new day, a new year. But I think we should, we're going by the calendar, the new year. So I think we should greet it with the kirtans. And I've suggested the children are going to present something special. And also different departments will be giving their vision for 2026. And one of the main vision is to do the extension for the temple and do the collection, and it's doing nicely. So we've got to put a little bit more effort. So different departments will be pitching what they would like. And if you have a suggestion what you would like to see from us as a temple, please put them in there so somebody can own it and say, okay, I think we should do that. We had AGM the other day, and Pragnesh Prabhu suggested we could improve on our cleaning the temple. And immediately on Saturday, we put into action. If you came in, did you notice there's no leaves and nothing? I don't know who did it though, but and inside as well on Saturday. So I think this is everybody's duty to keep the temple premises clean rather than just one or two other departments. It's very good. So what are you going to sing, Guru Sahib? Mahamantra? One, two. So it's going to be. It's fast. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare
Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare
Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare
Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare
Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare
Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare
Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare
Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare
Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare
Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare.
Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare.
Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. Continue.
Jaya Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja Bihari
Jayo Radha Madhava
Jayo Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja
Bihari
Jaya Gopi Jannavalava Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jannavalava
Jayo Girivaradari Jayo Girivaradari
Jaya Gopi Jannavalava Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Girivaradari
Jai Gopi Janavallabha Jayo Girivaradari
Jaya
Girivaradari
Jashodanandana Radhadanandana
Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana
Jashodanandana Radhadanandana
Yashodanandana Janaranjana
Jamuna Tira Vanadari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Jaya Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava
Jayo
Kunja Bihari
Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Everybody sing.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe.
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 Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram.
Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram.
Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai.
Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol,
Nitai Gaur.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam. Come on, round of applause for that. So let's surrender to the Lord. Put your hands up, please. Bolo Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So that was really, really wonderful. Srila Prabhupada used to sing this, and once he just stopped. He had tears in his eyes. He said, this song is complete. I believe it's Bhaktivinoda Thakur, I think he composed that, yeah. And so Jagjit Singh and others, I think he made it famous well, this tune, particular tune. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the backbone to the Gaudiya mission, and this is where the ISKCON temples and the Gaudiya Math's temples are special. It is said, Say Panch Tattva Mile, Prithvi Asya, Purav Prem Bandarera, Mudra Ugadiya, Panche Mile, Lute Prem, Kare Asvadan, Yat Yat Piye, Trishna Bade, Akshanam. So the Panch Tattva came to this earth to break the lock of this chest, which Radha Krishna's love was in there, Purav, when they first came. So now they are, lute means not only they enjoying it, they're actually giving it around as well. For us, through Srila Prabhupada. And so please don't think you're earning it. It's being given. So what was it? Patra patra vichara nahi naistan yahi yanaha paya tanaha kare Krishna premadan. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, just go to him and he's just going to give it like at, I think some festival they just give prasadam, just throw it like that from the Rath Yatra card. So suddenly you think, oh, I got it. You know, not that you're qualified, but it comes to you. So today's class, please focus that when we are reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was looking for so many years for a copy of it. And then he did find one copy, and then he wrote it personally, made copy. In olden days, they used to actually write it themselves. There was no printing press. We just take it now, say, anybody want Chaitanya Charitamrita? No, think about it. You know, they were searching for it. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur, when he read the Bible, he goes, oh, Jesus' character is so good. He was really enamored. And then he read the Bhagavatam, and he goes, oh my God, Bhagavatam is brilliant. And when he got Chaitanya Charitamrita, you know, Bhakti Siddhanta used to always carry copies with him. So please, those who haven't read Chaitanya Charitamrita or haven't got copy, please do take it. It's in Bengali and also in Sanskrit. And please memorize the instructions in there. And it's like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is talking to you. Because sometimes when we're reading, we think the book is passive. It's just some writing, isn't it? But things like Bhagavad Gita and the Shastra is sadhu sung, is Shastra sung. You're taking association of the scriptures and they're dynamic. Because the words Krishna and Ram and Gauranga, they are transcendental names. So otherwise, even Vedas said, Lord, how can we describe you? Because you're transcendental and our words are material. So the only thing we can think is when we say Krishna and Ram, that is transcendental. That's not made by somebody. So that's why we chant the Mahamantra. So please realize that today's message, take it to your heart. I think it's to do with spiritual master chastising, something like that. And we've had that treatment. Those who are serving Guru Maharaj and others Guru, so they get instruction and then you struggle with it. And then when you come through, you realize he gives the instruction and he gives you the skill, the energy to achieve it. You don't have it before, so when he gives the instruction, you realize you're going to be going up, a notch. So, Ajayji, please come. Gora Rai, Das, take your seat and make us happy from Udas. Yeah, it cheers you up, right? And then please, if there's any questions, we do ask them, and clarification and comments as well. We encourage that. Yeah. So I think invocation first, and then we'll go from there.
No?
Come on, that's not fair. Give him a mic and then no have energy on it.
Is it working? Hare Krishna? Okay, better. Get close to it. All right. Okay, so naturally we start with the Mangalacharan. We invoke the prayers of lordships. Om Agyan Timirandasya Gyananjana Shlakya Chakshuran Malitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Siswapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakabalam Shri Gurun Vaishramscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatarvit Tam Sajivam Sadhavetam Savadutam Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padhan Sahaganala Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutidevi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Sharvasti Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, just to start with, like Prabhu's mentioned my initiative name, Ajaya Gauraya Das. Actually, the important part is the Das part because, Ajaya means like unconquerable. Gauraya referring to Mahaprabhu, as in he who gives his mercy in every town, every village, everywhere. If I didn't have the Das part, I'd get very full of myself, thinking I'm invincible, passing around the glories of the Lord. But it's Mahaprabhu. Like Prabhu said before, it's Mahaprabhu's giving the mercy. I am merely the servant, and that's the key thing there. You got to remember, you're just anything you can do for the Lord, preaching His message, chanting His name. It's because He allows you to do it. It's not because of your own. You have no power there. It's all the Lord's mercy. So I thought I was very grateful to Guru Maharaj for that name because that just keeps me, in check. If I ever get arrogance, like, you know. Like say if you go to book distribution, that's classic. You might think highly of yourself, and then you can't even distribute one Gita, you know, just not happening at all. That's like when you need to take shelter of Guru and holy name. That's when others actually they come to you and ask you for the Bhagavad Gita or any book you're distributing. If you try and force it on them, I don't want to know. But then when you take mercy of the Lord, that's when things begin to happen. And so this verse I'll be covering today kind of works on that. So it's Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 8, Anti Leela, chapter 8, verse 32. Eight 32. There you go. Okay. Mahad Anugraha Nigrahera Sakshi Duijane E Dui Dware Shikhela Jagajane Mahad Anugraha Nigrahera Sakshi Duijane E Dui Dware Shikhela Jagajane. Okay, the synonyms: Mahat, of an exalted personality; Anugraha, of the blessing; Nigrahera, of chastisement; Sakshi, giving evidence; Duijane, two persons; E Dui Dware, by these two; Shikhela, instructed; Jagajane, the people of the world. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki. Ishwarapuri received the blessing of. Okay, Ishwarapuri received the blessing of wait a second, whose phone is it? No problem. Okay. Ishwarapuri received the blessing of Madhavendrapuri, whereas Ramachandrapuri received a rebuke from him. Therefore, these two persons, Ishwarapuri and Ramachandrapuri, are examples of the objects of a great personality's benediction and punishment. Madhavendrapuri instructed the entire world by presenting these two examples. Hence the title of my class, Benediction and Punishment of Guru. Okay, so it's obvious from the verse itself that Madhavendrapuri is the Guru and Ishwarapuri and Ramachandrapuri are his disciples. Now, okay, whatever is Mahaprabhu's test is always good. Okay, so most of us are familiar with Ishwarapuri, yes? Yes, he's a Guru of? Very good. And Ramachandrapuri is a disciple of Madhavendrapuri, but how many of you are familiar with Madhavendrapuri? You're familiar, very good. Most of you, some of you? Okay, some of you aren't. That's okay. Okay, that's good then. I'll pick this class. So, Madhavendrapuri is a great, great saint in our Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, within our disciplic succession. And he's had many great pastimes. So, if you have any, you can share with me, but I'll pick on a particular one. It's a famous pastime called the Kira Chora pastime. As in the stealing of the, kheer is like sweet rice. So that particular pastime was where Srila Madhavendrapuri went to the Gopinath temple in Ramuna. This is near Jagannath Puri. And over there they serve very exquisite kheer to the Gopinath deity. And Madhavendrapuri had his own personal deity, Sri Gopal, in Vrindavan. So when he heard that they serve this amazing kheer, he wanted to taste the kheer so he could serve it to his own deity back in Vrindavan. Now, that in itself doesn't seem so bad as such, but with the great Vaishnavas, the idea of they are very careful for any sort of offense not to be taken. So the idea that he wanted to taste the kheer before it's offered to the Lordship, he considers it a great offense. So Madhavendrapuri, rather than waiting for everything to be completed, actually taste the kheer himself, he left the temple straight away. He offered his obeisances, left the temple straight away, because he felt like he'd committed a great offense against the Lord, that he wanted to taste the bhoga before it's offered to the Lordship. However, so he left the temple, the officer basically left the temple, and he headed out to town where he'd find some place vacant, and he started doing his japa. He was like looking to purify himself. That's how guilty he felt, that I've committed this great offense, so I must chant the holy name. But that wasn't the end of it, because he felt guilty, but Sri Gopinath didn't feel the same way. So Lordship would appear in a dream to the head priest there, and he would give him his darshan. He'd explain to him, my great devotee, Madhavendra Puri, has left hungry, so I've stolen one of the pots of kheer and hidden it under underneath my garments, underneath where his clothes. So the pujari woke from his dream, and the pujari is obviously very, they're very disciplined. They did all their necessary, got himself cleaned up and everything. He looked underneath the Lordship's Sri Gopinath's garment and found a pot of kheer there. He was absolutely, it's like stunned. This is what's happening. The Lordship personally has stolen kheer for this Vaishnav. So the pujari, the priest, he heads out screaming, who is Madhavendra Puri? Where's Madhavendra Puri? Sri Gopinath has stolen a pot of kheer for you. They're screaming it loud and wide everywhere. And finally, Madhavendra Puri hears this, and he comes up to him and says, I'm Madhavendra Puri, yes, yes. Now, normally, priests, obviously, very high position, they wouldn't, they'd be respectful, but in this case, the pujari, he just paid obeisances straight away. He realized this is a great, great devotee of the Lord. And he's personally, Sri Gopinath's personally stolen pot of kheer for him. So he gives Madhavendra Puri the pot of kheer, which Madhavendra Puri, gratefully accepts. And he eats the kheer, and not only that, once the pot he came in, he breaks the pot in little pieces, and he binds it into his own outer clothing. So that's kind of love and devotion Srila Madhavendra Puri has for the Lord, that he sees everything as a blessing. The Lord is bound to him. The Lord actually can't see him, bear to see him struggle. So he actually personally, steals kheer for him. It's became famous as a pastime. Even today, the temple is known as the Kashira Chora temple in Ramuna, which is near Jagannath Puri. So that's just the start of things. Okay, so if there are any other pastimes you want to share, you can do. But Srila Madhavendra Puri's great, glorious just don't end there as such. He's also got many famous disciples. So you have heard of Srila Madhavendra Puri. So can you think of a famous disciple of Srila Madhavendra Puri? Ishwar Puri, another one. There you go. Advaitacharya. There's the Advaitacharya of the Panchatattva. Yeah, actually, I was going to get to that probably. Yeah. So I'll speak on that as well. So it's a Advaitacharya who invoked the Lord to come to this world to give us his blessings. He took initiation from Diksha from Srila Madhavendra Puri. So this is this greatness of this incredible Vaishnav. Actually, he did meet Lord Nityananda as well, and it was said that when Lord Nityananda saw Madhavendra Puri, he actually fainted. They both fainted seeing each other. They were so full of joy seeing each other. And so some say Lord Nityananda took initiation from him. Some say that he actually is, they're both god brothers. But either way, Lord Nityananda considered him like his guru. He revered him like a guru pretty much. So that's the kind of, again, the position he's held in. This is a great, great saying. It can't be stated just how great Srila Madhavendra Puri is. And not only that, in the importance of him to the Sampradaya is that in the spiritual world, he's understood to be a kalpa vriksha, a desire tree. Now, desire tree, I think, it's self-explanatory. If you want something, you go to the tree and, it will fulfill your desire. But Prabhupada explains that he's more than just your typical kalpa vriksha. He is a bhakti kalpa tarura. Yeah. Anybody have any idea what that is? Okay. A bhakti kalpa tarura is the desire tree of devotional service of all mellows, so rasas. So typically kalpa vriksha is in shantaras, devotional service in neutrality. But Srila Madhavendra Puri, he's experiencing shantaras, Dasirash, that's devotional service in servitude. Sakyarash, devotional service in friendship. Vatsalyarash, devotional service in parenthood. And what's most important here is Madhuraras, devotional service in conjugal love. Now the key part here is the Madhuraras part, because before Srila Madhavendra Puri, typically the Sampradaya would only go up to Vatsalyaras. It wasn't that they didn't know about Madhuraras, but they needed someone to actually. Okay, that's my voice. Yes, actually, before Madhavendra Puri, the focus more on defeating Mayavad as opposed to Prema Bhakti. So Mayavad meaning the prevailing thought in some circles back then for some people was that the definition gives that Mayavad is that where they don't consider the Lord to have a form. They consider the Lord to be impersonal. And when he comes to the material world, he takes on a material body. So like he becomes like us in that sense. So they deny the Lord that has a form. They deny the Lord that has supremacy. He actually becomes overtaken by Maya. So that was the problem back then. So that's why previous acharyas are focusing on counteracting that. But when Madhavendra Puri came, he gave us Prema Bhakti. And the reason why he's able to give us Prema Bhakti is because of the will of Lord Krishna. Because he was going to come as Lord Chaitanya. So again, Chaitanya Charitamrita explains the link. As in, Madhavendra Puri is the desire tree of devotional service. Ishwar Puri, who we'll explain about later, he is the mature fruit of that devotional service. So it's also linked not only in this world, but in the spiritual world, that link there. And then Mahaprabhu is the gardener who brings it all together for us. But except because Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Lord, the avatar of the Supreme Lord, he not only is he the gardener, but he can become the desire tree and the mature fruit of devotional service and mature fruit as well. So that is why we are so grateful to Mahaprabhu. He gives us everything and more, his infinite mercy. There's no shortage of the mercy that we get from the Lord. We just have to take it. That's the key part there. So this is what brings us to this particular pastime, that Madhavendra Puri, I'll establish, is a great, great, great saint. And Ishwar Puri, who we understand is the guru of Mahaprabhu, he took the mercy of the Lord. So by this point, this verse is spoken towards the end of Madhavendra Puri's life. And by that point, Madhavendra Puri had become invalid. He was completely dependent. He could not do anything for himself. Okay, so why do you think that sometimes great saints end up in such a situation where they are physically unable to look after themselves? I'm asking the question. Yes, bro.
So the disciples can give seva at
Mm.
the end, and the focus of the guru is just Krishna. So then the disciples see that although the guru is in pain, but he's not thinking about the pain, he's thinking about the Supreme Lord. So it sets the ideal example of how to focus near the end of your life. So it's a training for them.
Exactly, probably, yes. So it says it's not only mercy for the guru in that sense, because the guru is completely focused on Krishna. It's mercy for the disciple as well. You can actually fully focus on servicing your guru. And Srila Ishwar Puri is the great example of how to focus, because not only did he take care of his guru completely, he would always chant the Maha Mantra while doing so. So he's doing his best to make sure his guru was always thinking about Krishna right till the very end. And so what that means is that he pleased his guru. He completely pleased his guru to the point where his guru said to him, I can only pray that you obtain the association of Krishna. And we know from our established that he is the desire tree as such. So because he desired it, Srila Ishwar Puri got the association of Mahaprabhu as his guru. So that's the benediction of guru there. If you please the guru, this is where it's possible. It's not that you just don't, it's not that you please the guru, you do your service, it's left it like that. The topmost glory is possible, topmost blessings are possible if you please the guru. Now the counterexample, and this counterexample, before I speak on Ramachandra Puri, I'll say that we shouldn't think negatively of Ramachandra Puri. It's more an example for us that if we don't follow the process, don't serve the Guru properly, we step away from bhakti, we can severely fall down as well. And this is what happened to Ramachandra Puri. He was not interested in serving the Guru. He was not interested in bhakti. He was only interested in gyan for the sake of gyan, meaning he would study Shastra, but he wasn't actually interested in creating connection with the Lord. He would just read and look for reasons to analyze, criticize. So it's one thing, there was any love there, and that's what you need in bhakti. If there's no love there, then it's like you're no better than a university student in that sense. That you're just looking at debate for the sake of debating. There's no connection with the Lord. This is what happened to Ramachandra Puri. He was just debating for the sake of debating, and so it got to the point where he actually was instructing his own guru. And I've established how great Srila Madhavendra Puri is. He's got the nerve to tell him what to do. That's a great offense. And he actually tells Srila Madhavendra Puri that, don't think about Brahman. Don't focus on Krishna. Like senior devotees here, laughing like it's unbelievable. But we understand from following Prabhupada, from learning from our gurus, that we don't only get under Brahman understanding, we get the absolute truth. So familiar with the absolute truth? Okay, get some nods, some shakes though, but okay. So absolute truth not only covers Brahman, that's the impersonal aspect of the Lord, his effulgence. We also get the Paramatma understanding. That's the super soul within every living being. So that localized aspect where he witnesses and sanctions all of our actions. And then there's the Bhagwan aspect. That is the complete and personal aspect, where the Lord is full in 6 opulences. Do you know the 6 opulences? I'll ask Pratik Prabhu because he's focusing at the moment. Just let's name one if you can think of. Okay, yeah, so pretty much do it in English easier. Okay, so first is fame, beauty, strength, knowledge, renunciation, good. One more? Wealth, well done, Prabhu, yes. So that key thing, reason why I mentioned that is because normally if someone's very strong, they aren't very pretty, it doesn't really come together as such. But Krishna is such that he's the strongest of the strong and he's the most beautiful of the beautiful. Or likewise, if you're very beautiful, then you aren't very renounced, you're kind of in love with yourself a bit, so. But Krishna, he's the most beautiful, he's the most renounced as well. And more than that, he is Swayam Bhagwan, the original personality of Godhead. Sarva Karna Karanam, the cause of all causes. And Madhavendra Puri has complete understanding of this and more. He's experiencing ecstatic symptoms in Madhurya Ras. That's everything Madhurya Ras within the gopis. Topmost thing Radharani. That's how blessed Madhavendra Puri is. And he's got the nerve to tell him off. That's how bad it's gotten. And so naturally, Ramachandra Puri is told off by Srila Madhavendra Puri. Tells him, sinful rascal, get out of here. Now, normally the rebuke of the guru is actually a blessing, but in this case, it's a great fall down for Ramachandra Puri because he's abandoned the path of bhakti. In order to get any blessing from the guru, you have to maintain a relationship. You have to keep disciplined. If you don't keep disciplined, then you don't have the right to protection from the guru. You don't have the right to his instruction. And in this case, Ramachandra Puri he developed material desires. He fell away from bhakti, and it just got from bad to worse. So you would think that this is about as bad as it could get for him. No, but actually it gets worse. Actually, arguably. Yeah. So later on, he would meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So actually gets to meet the Lord himself. Yeah, I think the senior Prabhus are seeing where this is going. So Lord Chaitanya, he understood that he saw Ramachandra Puri he understood he was his guru's godbrother, so he's very respectful towards him. Treated him like his own guru himself, very, very respectful. Unfortunately, by this point, Ramachandra Puri had become an expert in fault finding. Yeah. And there are lots of examples here. I'll pick on one which is particularly I found particularly jarring. So they're in Jagannath Puri. And Ramachandra Puri heads into Mahaprabhu's room, and he sees some ants crawling on the floor. Now, you take into account this is in Bharat, India. Ants are everywhere. It's just standard. It's just not just. It's no big deal seeing some ants crawling on the floor. But Ramachandra Puri then starts criticizing Mahaprabhu, saying, "Oh, you must like lots of sweets. Look at all these ants crawling on the floor." It's like he's saying this to the Lord himself. It's unbelievable. But Mahaprabhu, because he is the Lord, he keeps his composure. Yes. No, he didn't know. He had no clue at all. He had already fallen down because of his offences against Srila Madhavendra Puri. So at this point, he had no clue. So, but that's the saying. That's how bad it is. You had association of so many great devotees, the Lord Himself. That's why this is a great counterexample. You think you have so much association of great devotion of the Lord Himself, but you made no use of it. So he actually criticizes the Lord. The Lord being the Lord Himself, he keeps composure, but in order to not upset, not to cause any more offense, imaginary offense, he severely reduces his eating. So normally, Lord Chaitanya would accept invitations to lunch from the devotees. Now he was saying he'd only eat the bare minimum, if eat anything at all. Now this broke the hearts of all the devotees there, because they want association with the Lord. Seeing the Lord that's no longer accepting invitations or accepting minimal invitations, they were completely heartbroken, devastated. And rather than praising, the arrival of a senior sannyasi in Ramachandra Puri, they were cursing him. They're saying, when will he leave? They're praying him for him to leave. I compare this to Lord Nityananda's reaction to when meeting Madhavendra Puri. He was overcome with devotional ecstasy. He was so pleased, so it's beyond happiness to see. That's how we should feel when we see the senior sannyasis. We should be so happy to have their association, to learn from them. But in this case, Ramachandra Puri was causing havoc everywhere. He'd not only upset the Lord, he'd upset all the devotees there as well. This is a problem with fault finding. You can cause absolute havoc, you destroy your own bhakti, you can destroy the joy in the devotees' lives as well. Now, thankfully, for the devotees' sake, Ramachandra Puri did leave after a few weeks, and things kind of resumed back to normal as such. But that's what I'm saying. You got the blessings of the benediction of Guru in one hand. Srila Ishwar Puri achieved the greatest of blessings, and then you got the rebuke of Guru, where it's gone from bad to worse. Now, this kind of seems worrying for us as such, because we all make mistakes, and actually I definitely make mistakes all the time as such. But we are fortunate that Lord Chaitanya, he is Patita Pavan, deliver the fallen, so he's very forgiving that way. So I'll give a couple of more pastimes into how we can take shelter of the Lord and what things we need to watch out for as such. Simple as that. Next pastime is about Pundarika Vidyanidhi. Okay, who's familiar with Prabhu? Okay, you too? Very good, Mataji. Okay, so Pundarika Vidyanidhi, we understand he was a disciple of Sri Gadadhar Pandit, who we know, another member of the Panchatattva. So another great... spiritual master, yes. Spiritual master of Sri Gadadhar Pandit. And he's a disciple of Madhavendra Puri. So I got thanks for correction. Yeah, so again, he was another great Vaishnav. Not only on top of that, in the spiritual world, he was Vrishabhanu. So we know Vrishabhanu is the father of Radharani, exactly. So Mahaprabhu looked up to Vrishabhanu like a father. He revered him like a father. This kind of position Pundarika Vidyanidhi held. But even he, despite his esteemed position, even he fell into fault finding. That's it's the famous pastime when it was Udhana Shasti. So this is where Lord Jagannath's having his clothes changed for winter. So Lord Jagannath likes starched clothing. So you understand what I mean by starched clothing, where you don't, to wash it up as such. But because Lord Pundarika Vidyanidhi was feeling kind of hateful for pastime's sake, so he was feeling kind of hateful in the heart, he started criticizing the priests there, saying, why are you giving him starched clothing for? And so that's to show that even the topmost Vaishnavas can, be put into such a position. However, later on at night when he was asleep, Lord Jagannath and Lord Baldev would pay him a visit, and they weren't too happy with his behavior, so they decided to give him a few slaps. Not too harsh, because especially Lord Baldev is very powerful, so he could slap you to the next universe if he wants, but a few slaps here and there, a few slaps, and then Pundarika Vidyanidhi wakes up and his cheeks are quite red, like lal everything, but he's realized that. First he realized, what a great blessing. Lord Shri Jagannath Baldev come to, give me the darshan. But he's also realized that I've created this is a great mistake on my part. I should be, this fault finding is wrong. And that's the thing, so that's the first thing I'll mention is that we have, in this day and age, there's really no need to fault find. It's in Kali Yuga, there's plenty of things going wrong, plenty of things, there's wars happening here. There's people fighting over the silliest things. People making a fool of themselves constantly. You don't have to go out your way to fault find. So if you like to fault find, don't make the extra effort. You'll get something to criticize. Don't worry about it. So just keep that in mind. Okay, the second pastime is of this one I always found very interesting. Is that of Lord Nityananda and Shivananda Sena. Again, you familiar with Shivananda Sena? No? Yeah, from Bengal. Yeah. So Shivananda Sena was a devotee of the Lord. He'd look after travel arrangements. So there's a big party of devotees that want to go see Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. So it was a very important job. It's not just straightforward, especially back then. It's not like, you take an airplane and just, go from one place to another. There's a lot of things to take care of, places to stay, tolls and everything. It's a very important job. Things need to be taken care of. Now this one time round, it wasn't Shivananda Sena's fault, but things got delayed. It's just how it is. Tolls need to be paid. Things got delayed one after another. And normally this wouldn't be such an issue, but Lord Nityananda, he got angry, and he went up and goes and kicks Shivananda Sena, saying, hey, what are you doing? Wasting time. Get on with it. Now, I'll ask you, if you're doing your best and somebody just randomly kicked you, how would you feel? Yeah, you're nothing under problem. But generally speaking, you react. Yeah, generally you react. And that's the thing. Shrikant Sena, his nephew, he took it very badly. He was in tears seeing his uncle treated this way. He actually left the party and went head to Jagannath Puri before the rest of the party. Actually, he was partially consoled by Mahaprabhu because he was still upset when he got to Jagannath Puri. Now, and as for Shivananda Sena, he was in tears, but he was in tears of joy. He looked upon the Lord Nityananda, and said, the fact that you've chastised me, the fact that you've kicked me, means you've accepted me as your servant. Yeah. Like Prabhuji mentioned, being kicked by Lord Nityananda is the greatest of blessings. Even Lord Brahma hasn't felt the dust from the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. He thanked the Lord that his wretched body would be kicked by the lotus feet of the Lord. And how did Lord Nityananda respond? He smiled at Shivananda Sena, because Shivananda Sena had understood the mood of the Lord. He understood that the Lord Lord Nityananda, he's the Adi Guru, the original spiritual matter. He's the one who connects us to Mahaprabhu himself, that infinite mercy. He would never do anything that would be for our ill. He always thinks for our benefit. So they embrace each other, and that's such a beautiful pastime there. But if you don't read it properly, if you just take it, just read the first few lines and just leave it at that, you would think like the Lord is. Some people think the Lord is angry. The Lord is. Some even accuse of being evil. The Lord is not evil. The Lord is so kind, so generous. We just need to understand the facts. That's the second thing I'm trying to, like, first thing, don't go out your way to fault find. Second thing, make sure you understand the facts. Make sure, before you make any sort of judgment, make sure you know the whole details. Especially toward the gurus, the Lord, the devotees. We can so easily judge people. You see two people argue, think, oh, how dare he speak like that, whatever. You don't know what's happening. You got to be careful. It's really, especially amongst devotees. You know, the idea is we're supposed to cooperate. Prabhupada said to us, we must cooperate. That's how the movement grows. That's how it develops. Go.
Well, it's. Can you? Huh? Good. So it's just kind of a general point, like, you know, the nephew that was upset. I read the past time where he went and complained to Lord Study Mahaprabhu, and Lord Study Mahaprabhu's trying to console him. What are they both saying? Very well. That's not even on, so that's good. Okay, I understand he tried, Lord Study Mahaprabhu tried to explain to him, but I was like thinking on this today, I was thinking, as devotees, there's other devotees that we generally sometimes don't get on with. It happens because it's everywhere. But then I was thinking, in the spiritual world, when you go there, is everyone get on with each other, everyone on the same level? Because that's what you'd imagine the spiritual world to be. Yet there are camps, there are Chandravalis, and then Radharanis, and even was in the 6 Goswamis. Was it Jiva Goswami? Rupa Goswami asked for some leaves or something for an offering, and the servant went and got it from the bush that was where Chandravali usually stayed.
In a donor.
Yeah.
And then he drank the milk. He said, where would he get it from? And then he mentioned Chandravali thing. He goes, don't you ever bring milk?
Yeah. So, and this was in like Lord Study Mahaprabhu's pastimes. So, in the spiritual world, is it that everyone just gets on with everyone, or are there still divisions and that kind of stuff? Because obviously there's misunderstandings even happening in Lord Study Mahaprabhu's pastimes. So.
Yeah, the difference is that everything is done for Krishna. That's the thing. So even if there are divisions, a competition, it's competition for Krishna. It's not competition for your own material desires or glory or anything. This competition is for pleasing Krishna. You're competing to who can serve Krishna the best.
Is there friction?
There's friction, but it's also admiration there as well, because, you know, you're seeing, you know, because ultimately all you want to please Krishna. So even if they serve Krishna better than you admire them, think, wow, I wish I could be like that. You know, there's that natural envy there, such like material envy. So it's like I compare it to like material anger and spiritual anger. Like material anger is, you know, I don't have the biggest house, I don't have this, that, or the. Spiritual anger is when you're stopped from doing your bhakti. So that's that kind of mood that, you know, when it's all for Krishna, it's not, it's still beautiful, even if there's arguments there.
Also, can I add? There are 12 rasas, and 5 are primary, but don't forget the other 7. And those rasas also exist in the spiritual world. So for the pleasure of the Lord, when there is competition and all that, the Lord is pleased that look how they love me, and they want to satisfy me to their best. And when somebody else is better than you, it inspires you to do more. So it's really inspiration. It's not that may he break his leg or something like that. It won't be like that in the spiritual world. They'll make other arrangements, like when Radharani Sakhis, you know, Tulsi and Brinda and others, they are collecting flowers. So Padma, who's the Chandravali's servant, she then walks towards the area where they're doing it, and immediately they all go alert, like, what's Padma doing here? Is Chandravali nearby? So then Krishna is ready to meet Radharani, and then Padma goes, Chandravali is waiting at the Durga Mandir for you. And so what does Krishna say? Just says, yeah, okay, tell her I'll come. But inside his heart he says, I want to meet Radharani. So she goes hurriedly there, but he's going to the Surya Kund, where Radharani is actually waiting. So you can see that Krishna is now, like, where do I go? So then sometimes Chandravali does a back, and their backs look the same as Radharani. So he follows Chandravali, but keeps saying Radhe Radhe. And she turns and says, why you keep saying Radhe Radhe? And he goes, oh my God. And then he's late for, well, I didn't watch, but he was late for meeting Radharani. And when he goes there and she chastises him saying, you're not coming in. So she gets the Mahabhav. So Chandravali helps Radharani to get Mahabhav. Otherwise, there can't be Mahabhav. And on this here, the planet Earth, Shivji, Gopeshwar, gave Mahabhav to Radharani. And that's why you have a Mansarovar. He had a man, because when the Rasdant were happening, and Shivji came in as Gopeshwar, and Krishna is with Radharani, but he's looking at this new gopi, because who's that gopi? Because she's not one of the Rishi Charis, or she's just Gopeshwar. And because looking there, and Radharani was in a lovely mood, looking at Krishna, thinking he's looking at someone else. So she left his company and started to cry over there. Then Krishna went and told him, that was no ordinary gopi, that was Mahadev. He came like that, and then it turned the mood. But that mood is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Krishna wanted to experience when he's here of Man. So it's very, very complicated.
Even enhances Krishna's mood, because when the devotee, he gets like pleasure out of the devotee.
Well, the thing is, he realized, I have a situation now, how do I please both of them? Because they're upset on account of me, but how do I do that? So that engages Krishna in really thinking hard how to keep both the parties happy. It's a very complicated esoteric stuff, but generally there'll be no envy there, but there'll be competition. There'll be no really, but Radharani encourages others to be close to Krishna, but then sometimes she sees her own reflection in the thigh of Krishna, who's glistening. He says, who's this woman? And she walks away, and Krishna goes, what did I do now? Just like most of the husbands know. So what did I do now? You know, so that actually comes from Krishna as well. He sometimes wonder where did this mood come from? So it's all for the pleasure of Krishna. But here, we become envious and competitive because of material sense gratification and gain. That is the difference. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the beauty of the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, that they're always looking to give us mercy, and even then we just have to follow. You know, it's quite simple, really. You know, it's like Bhagavad Gita explains. You know, Tadvidi pranipatena parishprasnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnanas tattva darshanaha. Just approach a spiritual master. You know, humbly inquire from him, render him service. You know, the self-realized souls can impart knowledge on you because they have seen the truth. That's as simple as that, really. So we just we follow back the bhakti, and Lord Chaitanya will take care of the rest, and the Guru will take care of the rest. So see, that's why I didn't want to keep the class too long, because otherwise I know sometimes devotees, you know, they start off very enthusiastic, but then the battery starts getting low and low. So okay, so what are the two things I mentioned that we need to, you know, watch out for? Let's see if anybody was listening. Fault finding, very good, Prabhu. Yeah, don't go out your way to fault find. And the second one? Know your facts, very good, Prabhu. See, Prabhu was listening. I wasn't sure sometimes. So yeah, that's just two simple things. Just take that into action, and you can avoid a lot of problems, really, quite frankly. So if there are, and
here's a question. So if you got the facts, can you then fault find?
Here's the thing with you shouldn't be fault finding at all, but at least if you got the facts, you got something to work with, and then you can try and work your way through that. If you don't have any facts whatsoever, and you're fault finding, then you are, 100% full. But at least if you've got facts, then you can at least speak to senior devotees, speak to Guru, and then try to deal with whatever you're feeling. You know, it's not, if you don't have any facts whatsoever and you're fault finding, then the Guru will be looking at you like, what are you doing? You know, you're wasting your own time. You're creating offenses. But if you actually get some facts, then you can work your way up, and hopefully you get to the point where you don't feel compelled to fault find at all times. You know, yes. And you need the mercy for that as well.
Can a Guru be fault finding in his disciples?
If for the Guru, it's that relationship's there, that you've accepted the Guru's instruction. With the Guru, it's not fault finding. It's constructive criticism. And the guru is bona fide, the guru is following, as they like to follow the path of Prabhupada, for example, then it's not fault finding. Guru is actually trying to help you in your bhakti.
He's diagnosing, really.
Yeah.
He's diagnosing it to improve. And I just want people to know a guru has the license, like to have James Bond, license to kill. So he can actually smash your ego. Because if he doesn't do that, he hasn't succeeded. Because we all got egos. And this process is actually gyan as well. But the main one is the ahankar, that I'm the doer. And when a guru is pleased with you, it's amazing how the disciples' ahankar can go up rather than, go down. And so he creates a situation, and he also creates opportunities. Creates a situation to down your ego, and opportunity when somebody's hesitating. And so I've had the experience of both. In the beginning, Maharaj would say, do this. And I, no Maharaj, I can't. Because why are you hesitating serving Krishna? And I suddenly stopped and think, am I hesitating? I was thinking more about my inability. And then he would send me on mission, and Vidur and Guru Sevak and all this, go do that. And we didn't have a clue. No information was given. He said, go achieve this. So we had to really, really, be smart about it and then come back with the results. So then we realized, oh my God, we did it. So, but other times, we took decisions without asking Maharaj, and that's where we fell foul of, because we realized he's not synchronizing with me. He's taking decision. It is our inability to understand Guru's mood, which makes it as like a fall. But actually it isn't a fall, because you're dealing at a high level. So like trapeze artists and others, sometimes they can have a fall. It is like riding a tiger. You can misjudge sometimes and have a fall, but it's not deliberate or something. So I just want to caution everyone, when you take initiation, please don't worry about the fall and all that, because many people say, oh, I'd rather not be offensive than to Guru or whatever. I'm okay, I'll just chant Mahamantra. No, without a Guru, you won't go to that level. That level of Shuddha chanting comes through initiation. And if you are treated the way you feel badly or negatively, realize it's for your own good, because otherwise you won't be able to stay in that level. You'll fall down again. That is speaking from my experience like that. So unless somebody else wants to endorse that, you want to endorse? Oh, you want to after.
Okay. Well, first of all, I apologize to Ramchandrapuri, just in case I'm fault finding. But I wanted to know, so what would have been the criteria with Madhvendrapuri to accept a disciple? Because obviously it seems like Ramchandrapuri has personality issues. So what would have been the criteria for accepting him as a disciple? Because he could have refused. And then what would have been the criteria for letting him have sannyas? Because in our ISKCON, there's obviously a system who can take sannyas, so there's a lot of waiting and checking. So he was allowed to become a disciple, he was allowed to take sannyas, and yet then you find that he's finding faults in his guru, he's finding faults in Mahaprabhu. How did he escape the net? How did he get to where he was, if he was, or was it something that happened?
I think it's like reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's suggested that he became prone to, he stepped away from the path of bhakti, and he became more interested in gyan for the sake of gyan. So with him, it seems a case of, if it's just a warning for all of us. If you step away from the path of bhakti, step away from the shelter of Guru, you can head this direction. Like saying, this is it's pretty great Vaishnav. He's got the sources of such a great Vaishnav himself. If you have to be you have to be careful about that. If you step away from the shelter of Guru, shelter of Gauranga, then it can go wrong very quickly. So it's like but devotees love to say to you, some devotees say, can I chant today? Can I not chant today? No, you must always chant every day. Prabhupada explained, you must chant till the end of your life. You must keep chanting. That's the thing, we take these blessings for granted, that the ability to chant the Lord's name, the ability to hear his pastimes. This is the mercy of the Lord. But it's like this explained as in like when you're a disciple, that means that you must show discipline. You must be disciplined in your sadhana. You get lax in this sadhana, then things go wrong. And this is why Ramachandrapuri is a great example. He got lax in his bhakti, and then it all fell apart. And then he got to the point when he actually criticized his own guru, and that's when the blessings went completely. So yeah, so even if it can happen, that's why in the verse explained, this is why it's such a great example for all of us. The great example of Ishapuri and the counter example of Ramachandra Puri. You must stay dedicated. It's not that you've been serving for a long time or you've attained a certain position that you're now beyond, not following your guru's instructions. Like Prabhupada, the great example for all of us. Even till his old age, he fulfilled the instructions of his guru. He took bhakti to the West. So we should have that same spirit. We should keep upping our bhakti. It's not that we get relaxed and think we've done enough and we'll get back to God. No, we keep pushing. And that's why Prabhupada's a great inspiration, because he kept pushing, and that's what we need to do.
Thank you so much.
But I would say that just like Jay and Vijay, they would never counter Lord Vishnu, but as a Leela they did. So then here is an example, like some of you could be serving like Prabhupada and be critical of Srila Prabhupada, and many were. And then they went away to other mutts and all that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would know that this would happen. That's what I'm saying. When you're actually getting better at even bhakti, ahankar comes and then makes you deviate, because you think now you know it all. Because like you said, I've been a disciple for many years. I know the mood, so I can do it. So I would say it would be used as an example. And then him criticizing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and all the disciples didn't say anything, or followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, okay, I should cut down. He would offer Chaitanya Mahaprabhu more chapatis and more prasadam, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would eat it, and then later go to them, he eats too much. But he's the one who gave it, and then he would do to all. So people were scared to invite him, saying, he encourages you, then criticize someone, look, he eats a lot, but he's the one who actually gave it like that.
Yeah.
And so that's what he was doing. That was his trick.
Yeah.
Wasn't him who had a disease later on? Was it him or somebody's
No, that's
brother-in-law?
Chappal.
Somebody's brother-in-law. Wasn't it?
Yeah, like Paramananda Puri.
That's Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya,
Yeah.
his son-in-law.
So
that was different.
Like Paramananda Puri, another senior Vaishnava, he actually told Mahaprabhu, this is his way. He'll trick you. He'll eat more, and then start criticizing you. But like Mahaprabhu, being Mahaprabhu, he's like strict about it. But that's the thing. I mean, actually, it's one thing probably you mentioned as well. Like so actually, senior Vaishnavas within our movement today, they talk about how the mood's changed now and such that because things are politically correct, they can't give that, as you described, as strong preachers. They can't do that anymore. They have to be nicer to the disciples. You can't tell them off as such.
Yeah.
But I think we shouldn't be afraid of that. I mean, it might not sound nice, but I think if we have faith in the Guru, we know that he's going to try to take us to, try to bring us up in level. And sometimes the nice way doesn't work. Sometimes you need to shake you a good shake, and that's what gets you up. So don't be afraid of constructive criticism. I mean, if Guru's, obviously, if Guru's not like going to keep hurting your feelings or whatever, but if Guru's telling you, you're not chanting properly, you're not get up on time, there's a reason for it. The system works. It worked for him. It'll work for you. So that's it. Mati, did you have a question or?
Guru Seva.
Just
is it?
it's related. It's related.
Okay, then afterwards.
So for many people, they're not as fortunate as we were when we were with Guru Maharaj. We get 3-4 months at a time. Many disciples don't see their Guru maybe once a year, maybe twice a year. They don't get any really instruction they may get some instruction from the Guru, but more often than not, they're around senior devotees in their temple. Now, there's an aspect where devotee is committing a fault and he's not doing something correctly, and then the seniors, they have to correct them. So the seniors So what should be the mood of the person who's being corrected, and are the seniors then fault finding when they're trying to correct the person?
The mood should always be to, understand, try to improve yourself naturally. So you shouldn't be too sensitive when somebody, a senior devotee, is criticizing you. But by the same token, senior devotees should realize is this person actually capable of being, it's like I'm asking too much of them to actually improve as such. Maybe he's not ready to improve yet. So you gotta maybe show some leeway. I mean, if this devotee's been in the movement for a long time, maybe you might need some strong preaching, strong criticism to get him going. But some people, it takes time to get rid of the anarthas, whatever. So maybe, especially like I said, political correctness these days, people are a bit sensitive these days. So you might have to just bear with it, like at least try and get them, improve them a bit rather than take one big step. It might be like a few small steps, try and get them going. I know that can be frustrating, but we leave the Krishna to give them mercy. So there's that aspect to that as well. Okay.
Yeah, Prabhuji, while you're proposing that we should get our facts right, is it just in the context of the pastimes you mentioned today, or is it necessary for spiritual progression also?
It's actually necessary for everything, not just pastimes. Yeah, definitely get pastimes. They're committing offenses against the Lord and the great Vaishnavas. Spiritual life, maybe even more so, because you got to work with the devotees to actually progress in the bhakti. And material life, just so you don't get into a fight or anything. So it's always important to get the facts right. We are so quick to judge others. We don't have an idea what they're going through, not only externally but internally, especially these days, mental health and everything. We have no idea what they're going through. We think, oh, this person's a terrible person. You don't know, they might have gone through absolute hell internally. We just haven't, we're supposed to be, as devotees, be compassionate to them, compassionate to other devotees. So it's very important we get the fact right. So not just jump in and start criticizing, start praising. Actually, it's explained you shouldn't either criticize nor praise. No, don't do either quickly. So if you can stay balanced, equipoised, you can get the right reaction as opposed to upsetting someone or giving someone too much pride because you're praising them too much. So it's always important to get the facts right. Is that okay? Thank you. Okay. Horrible. Yes, bro.
I understand the finding.
You have to go on the mic to the YouTube.
Yeah, fault finding in others, it kind of creates problem for our spiritual advancement. But as a parent, we have to kind of see that our feedback is given to children, or as a manager at work, you have to ensure that your subordinates get the feedback. So out there, fault finding is required. So how did the balance be made out there?
Well, as a parent, parents like guru and disciple is a bit like parent and child in that sense. So you have the responsibility to, point out if your child is going astray or how I can lead the child to be better. Again, it's case by case. You have the right, but again, some children might respond better to arm around, give them a hug, saying it's better. Others might need to be, to get told off properly, stop messing around. They don't understand, being nice. They need to get told off properly. So you have, as parents, you have the right to tell your child off. You don't have to be like, I'm not personally. I would say, you have to, that's as a parent, you should understand what your child works with your child. That is your responsibility. Child is your responsibility. So you need to know how to motivate your child, how to inspire your child, or just how to keep a child in check if necessary. So that's, fault finding in that sense is not necessarily a wrong thing, as long as the fault is legitimate. Like say, for example, if you've got say two brothers, and one's been making the mistakes, and you blame the other one, you didn't get the facts right, so that child's got the right to be upset with you. You're blaming him for the brother's mistake. So again, fault finding is okay if it's actually correct. It's actually that the fault has been made. Like manager as well. Again, obviously, if you say you're speaking at work, then you need to understand the situation. Especially these days, you need to know that what can be said and done. So otherwise you might get a lawsuit just because. So you got to be careful about this sort of stuff. But yeah, technically speaking, you have some right to say something. You're in that position, so their right is there.
Can I just, let's put it in context what about fault finding. It's a responsibility. You find fault in someone, then you have the responsibility to improve their behavior, or whatever it is. A guru would do that. He not only finds a fault, he'll say, okay, beta, aisa karna hai. If you just sit in their armchair thinking, look at him, look at him, and you're not doing nothing about it, and the person doesn't even know that you're joking about them. To me, that is fault finding without responsibility. It's irresponsible fault finding. But if you're going to take ownership that you finding fault in someone, you go to them like a doctor, diagnoses you, saying, okay, take this medicine. It means Hiteshi, he's your well-wisher. Prabhupada is a well-wisher. They knew it. And if they couldn't do it, they said, okay, get somebody else to do it. Prabhupada is giving a class, and one devotee was in the front, falling asleep. So Prabhupada said, don't fall asleep in the class. If you haven't had a sleep, rather not come in the class, go sleep. You know, in the middle of the class, he said that. And he didn't overlook it because it was a distraction. He says, have your sleep and go on like that. Now you can see why he's saying that he's a disturbance to the speaker as well. I would say take an ownership if you're going to find a fault. If you're not going to take ownership, don't find fault.
Yeah.
Because you got to be superior and know better, then you do that. But if you're just saying, oh, look at the way he's singing. Oh, you sing, Prabhu. I don't know how to sing. So why are you criticizing someone? That's what I mean. Take a responsibility.
Yeah. So you committed the separation. There's fault finding, and then there's constructive criticism. Constructive criticism works, especially if you are capable of helping them rise in their progress. Fault finding, you're just looking excuse to just gossiping. Prajalpa. I mean, just avoid prajalpa. Just if you want to help someone, help them. But obviously, by the same token, they got to be willing to take the help as well. So, okay.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you. Is it true that the guru gets the doshas or punishment of during initiation from the disciples, and in future whatever anarthas he does the guru get punished? Or I hear that they get the punishment.
Okay. I'll just make it quick then. So guru has special protection from the Lord. So Krishna protects him, but the guru does have to take on a certain small amount of the karma that from the disciple. So that's why it's important that you actually follow the instructions properly. Your behavior is as best you can be, because guru will suffer some reaction. So I'll give the example of my own Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj. Over 80,000 disciples. So Guru Maharaj unfortunately has had to suffer a lot of reaction. I'm not even blaming my God brothers and sisters, but it's inevitable. We got that many disciples. So like now that it's explained that Guru Maharaj is the initiation team, they're strong, that you have to be ready to take initiation. They've made it very strict that if you want to take initiation, you got to be ready. We don't want Guru Maharaj to get any more, deal with any more karma. So that's why you got to be mindful. Guru is taking on some reaction. So you have to be, at least one thing Prabhu told me, I was thinking about taking initiation a few years ago. He said, rather than giving your karma to Guru, try to purify yourself more, so Guru has to take on less. So I thought that was really good advice from Prabhu. So I should get myself really ready. You can leave no doubt that, I'm ready for this. I will do my best, when I'm follow Guru's Maharaj's instructions. So is that sort of thing that you got to be, Guru is, Guru's taking great, responsibility for you. So you have to live up to that responsibility.
It's like a child
Thank you.
misbehaves, then the parents get it in the neck like that. Thank you very much. No more question answered. Round of applause for a lovely class. So I would say that was a very mature presentation of the offense and the benedictions you get. Thank you very much. It was really, really nice. And I think we want to hear more from him, I think, on philosophical point. And the family comes on Mangalarti as well on Saturday, and sometimes they give a class. And Keshav Narayan Prabhu, once he closed his eyes, did the invocation, opened his eyes, nobody was there in the room, they all left. And he said, what happened? Nobody, because Saturday morning people are busy in the kitchen and whatever. So I told him, next time you want to give a class, let me know, then we'll advertise, and then people can actually, even if you don't come for Mangalarti, at least you can come at 8 o'clock for the class, which is perfectly all right, and Prashad later on as well. So a round of applause for the family, please, because they're coming all the way from Walsall. And Manjunath Prabhu is there. He's sharpening his tools for next year. And starting from next year, he's going to surprise me who this. But I would say the Sachinandanitai Chand, the Kijay. I would say as etiquette, the first speaker should be Vidu Prabhu. And so whatever you select, so the first verse, so let him know. And then later on, we can have some new speakers as well. And it's very, very encouraging. And so on New Year's Eve, we'll be glorifying different departments. And one of the departments is Bhakti Vriksha department as well. And the children will be doing the 12th chapter of the thing, and what they would like to see from the temple for the new year. Just ask them what they would expect or something like that. Put us on the cross, as they say. And so we would like to facilitate progress for next year. I think if you don't tell us what you want, then we won't know what to give you. So that's going to be very good. So please remember, on Wednesday evening, 9 o'clock, and Vidupur will make an announcement as well. And for now, if you like to stand up, please, and we'll do Aarti. Who's the singer for the first one? Shaurya, you're going to go to Aarti? No. You want to? Okay, there you go. We got a singer here.
Yes, please. Prabhuji, yes, please. पीछे कर दो, बैक सीट ले लेता हूँ, इधर कर दे ताकि लोग डांस करते हैं ना, हम लोग वो सिंग करते हैं, तो साइड पे है ना, क्या कहते हो, ये वाला दे दो, ये तो गिर रहा है, ऊपर शीट प्रभु आपको चाहिए गौरन जयो सच्चिनंदन जयो नीताई चांद सच्चिनंदन जयो नीताई चांद
Nitai Chan.
जयो गौरा निताय जयो गौरा निताय गौरा निताय जयो गौरा निताय
Jaya Gora Nitai, Gora Nitai, Gora Nitai, Jaya Gora Nitai.
किब जयो जयो गौरा चंदे आरती को शोभा
Jaya Jaya Gora Chande Arati ka shobha.
किब जयो जयो गौरा चंदे आरती को शोभा
Kiba Jaya Jaya Gora Chande Arati ka shobha.
झानावी थठवाने जग मन लोभा
Janavi Tatavale Amanaloba.
दक्षिणे नीताई चांद बामे गधाधारा
Dakhile Tai Chan Bhavegadadara
निकटे अद्वैता श्रेणी वासा छत्रधारा
Nika Adeta Shrile Vasa Chatradhara
বসি আছে গৌরা চাঁদ রত্ন সিংহাসনে
বসে আছে গোরা চালনা সিংহাসনে
आरती कोरे ना ब्रह्मा आदि देव गाने
আরতি করে না ব্রহ্মা দেবগানে
नरा हरि संजया मुकुंद बासु घोष आदि गाया
संजया मुकुंद बासु घोष आदि गाया
शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला
शिव शंख बाजे कंठ बाजे करता
ओ माधुरा मृदंगा बाजे परम रसाला
मधुरा मृदंग बाजे परम रसाला
ओ शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे
बाजे गंध बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे
शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे ओ मधुर 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 बाजे ओ मधुर 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 बाजे निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल
निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल गौरा हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
निताय गौर निताय गौर निताय गौर निताय गौर
निताय गौर निताय गौर निताय गौर निताय गौर
बहु कोटि चंद्र जीनी बदन उज्वाला
कि बहु कोटि चंद्र
गल देशे बनमाला कोरे झलमाला
गल देश बनमाला कोरे झलमाला
शिवा शुक नारदा प्रेमे गदगादा
शिव सुख नारदा प्रेम गदधारा
ओ भक्ति विनोदा देखे गौरार संपादा
भक्ति विनोदा देखे गौरार संपादा
जयो जयो गौरा चंदे आरती को शोभा
शिव जय जय गौरा चंदे आरती को शोभा
ओ झानवी तटवाने जग मन लोभा
तटवाने जग मन लोभा
ओ गौरंगे आरती शोभा जग जन मन लोभा
गौरंगे आरती शोभा जग जन मन लोभा
गौरंगे आरती शोभा जग जन मन लोभा
आरती शोभा जग जन मन लोभा
ओ जग जन मन लोभा जग जन मन लोभा निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल
निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल
ओ हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
हरि बोल
নিতাই গৌর নিতাই গৌর
নিতাই গৌর নমায় বিষ্ণুপদায় কৃষ্ণপৃষ্ঠায় ভূতলে শ্রীমতে ভক্তি বেদান্ত স্বামী ইতি নামিনে नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्वशेष शून्यवादी
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद
प्रभु नित्यानंद
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare
Oh
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama Hare
Oh
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare.
Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare
Oh
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Jayo Sachinandana Gaura Hare, Jayo Sachinandana Gaura Hare.
Jayo Sachinandana Gaura Hare, Jayo Sachinandana Gaura Hare.
Jayo Nitai Chand, Jayo Nitai Chand, Jayo Nitai Chand, Jayo Nitai Chand.
Jayo Nitai Chand, Jayo Nitai Chand, Jayo Nitai Chand, Jayo Nitai Chand.
Bolo Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare.
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 Jayo Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe.
Jayo Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe.
Jayo Radha श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे
जय हो राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे
जय हो गिरिराज महाराज गिरिराज महाराज गिरिराज महाराज जय हो गिरिराज महाराज
जय हो गिरिराज महाराज गिरिराज महाराज गिरिराज महाराज जय हो गिरिराज महाराज
जय हो मधुसूदन 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 जय हो मधुसूदन
जय हो मधुसूदन 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 जय हो मधुसूदन
जय हो मानी माँ मानी माँ मानी माँ जय हो मानी माँ
जय हो मानी माँ मानी माँ मानी माँ जय हो मानी माँ
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
जय जय राधा रमन हरि जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी
जय जगन्नाथ
नयन पथगामी बाबा तुम्हें
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन
जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जगन्नाथ
जय जगन्नाथ जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ
जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय सुदर्शन जय सुदर्शन जय सुदर्शन रक्षमा
जय सुदर्शन जय सुदर्शन जय सुदर्शन जय जय सुदर्शन
राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम राम राम
सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम राम राम
सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम राम राम
सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता
राम राम
राजा राम 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 राजा राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 राजा राम राम
राम
राम
राम राजा राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 राजा राम राम राम
सीता राम 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 सीता 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 राम राम
राजा राम 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 राजा राम 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 राजा राम 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 राजा
राजा राम 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 राजा राम 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 राजा राम राम Ram Raja Ram Ram Ram
Raja Ram 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 Raja Ram 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 Raja Ram 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 Raja Ram Ram Ram
Raja Ram 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 Raja Ram 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 Raja Ram 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 Raja Ram Ram Ram
Sita Ram 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 Sita 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 Ram Ram Ram
Raja Ram 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 Raja Ram Ram Ram
Jai Ram 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 Jai Ram Ram Ram
Raja Ram 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 Raja Ram Ram Ram
Jai Ram 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 Jai Ram Ram
Sita Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Sita Ram Ram Ram
Jai Ram 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 Jai Ram 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 Jai Ram 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 Jai Ram Ram
हमारो तन राधा श्री राधा श्री राधा
Shri Radha, Shri Radha.
हे हमारो धन राधा श्री राधा श्री राधा
Hamaru Dhan Radha, Shri Radha, Shri Radha.
हे परम धन राधा 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 राधा
Param Dhan Radha, 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 Radha.
हे परम धन राधा 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 राधा
Param Dhan Radha, 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 Radha.
हे हमारो धन राधा श्री राधा श्री राधा
Hamaru Dhan Radha, Shri Radha, Shri Radha.
हे हमारो धन राधा श्री राधा श्री राधा
Hamaru Dhan Radha, Shri Radha, Shri Radha.
हे बजोरे मन राधा 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 राधा
Bajore man Radha, 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 Radha.
हे बजोरे मन राधा 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 राधा
Bajore man Radha, 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 Radha.
हे हमारो धन राधा श्री राधा श्री राधा
Hamaro Dhan Radha, Shri Radha,
हे हमारो धन राधा श्री राधा श्री राधा
Hamaro Dhan Radha, Shri Radha, Shri Radha.
जयो प्रभुपाद जयो प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जयो प्रभुपाद जगत गुरु
Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jagat Guru
जयो प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जयो प्रभुपाद जगत गुरु
Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jagat Guru
जयो गुरुदेव जयो गुरुदेव गुरुदेव जयो गुरुदेव पतित पावन
Jai Gurudev Jaya Gurudev Gurudev Jai Gurudev Patita
Nitai Gora Hari Bol,
Nitai Gaur,
Hari Bol,
Nitai Gaur,
Hari Bol,
Nitai
Gora
Gaur.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol.
Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol.
Oh Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur.
Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur,
Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur.
Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur.
Gaura Premanande.
नमो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवारिकाचार्य अष्टो दिवांगे ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की। नमो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवारिकाचार्य अष्टो दिवांगे भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर महाराज की। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की। नामाचार्य ललिदास ठाकुर की। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की। श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की। गंगा माँ यमुना माई की। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की। प्यारे सचन निताय चांद की। जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की। राधा माधव राधा गोकुलनंद सीताराम लक्ष्मण महानी की। वृंदावन धाम मधुर धाम नदिधाम मायपुर धाम अयोध्यापुर धाम एक चक्र धाम त्रिपुर धाम मंगलगिरी धाम की। संडे प्रोग्राम की। षडगो साम वृंदावन की। गुरु परंपरा की। हिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru Sri Gaurangan Guru Maharaj ki.
Put the lights on, please. If you can, this switch is there. Yeah, flick him down. Yeah. There. Thank you. So there was Mr. Joshi in Leamington Spa. So he left his body on the 24th of December. He used to come and meet Guru Maharaj. We know him for a long time. He served the temple there for 50 years. So I think it was nearly 80 or something like Mr. Joshi. So we'll pray for him. And also Vrinda Mata has come back, and give her a round of applause. It's been on the way here, she went to the hospital, had a look, everybody's all right. And she was all right. And then Shraddha Devi, was envious that you visited the hospital. Then she also went. And then whatever, I think she fell from she was coming to the temple and decided to do some decoration, something. And then she fell off the sofa, so then they had to go to A&E. So please, as you get older, even I am actually being very careful. Even when you're changing your clothes or something, you've got to be careful because you can fall, And they're recommending that whenever you change your clothes, something, just hold on to something. So as you get a certain age, because the coordination sort of goes. So also, if there's any other person. Oh yeah. Your father sort of passed away, and sort of we couldn't see after that. So, but you did the right thing. You went there straight away, and hope everything was in order. And also, there is in Bangladesh, loads of Hindus are being, torched, targeted, and the women and the girls being raped, and we think one day they'll realize we're doing something wrong. No, they have 5-year planning or 10-year planning that we're going to continue to do so. And when something happens to them, then they complain like, oh my God, this is not fair, So without naming any religion or anything like that, but it's wrong what's going on. So can we do the praise for that? I'll ask her, look, is it okay if the girls do it? Oh, last one should be the boys. But you can do the backing, the girls. Who are you going to choose? Radha did it last time. I think Jai Nimai, yeah. And then the other mic for the lady, the girls to back us.
What?
Do you know the other?
Go on, Prabhu. Prabhu, please. Please grace us, please. Please, sing.
Haribol, Haribol. Okay, he lead and
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya.
की जय।